Hey Owls, welcome to your 10th grade course selection presentation. I know, crazy, right? We're picking 10th grade classes already. A lot goes into getting you the classes that you want, so the registration process starts early. Please pay close attention to this presentation and to the due dates I will go over. Trust me, your next year's classes depend on it. After today, you will receive your graduation requirements and understand what you need to do to choose your 10th grade classes. Let's review your graduation requirements. Keep these requirements in mind as you pick your classes. You need a total of 22 credits to graduate, but like you've heard before, not just any 22. Here is a breakdown of what you need to earn your diploma. It is important to pass all of your classes so you don't get behind. If you do fail a class, your counselor will be reaching out to you next semester to get you signed up for summer school. All right, Owls, let's do this. Please be aware of the strict deadline. At the end of this presentation, you will be assigned a registration rough draft in your counselor class of Google Classroom. You will need to complete this assignment before the date counselors come to your class. Your teacher will post that date and remind you to get this done. As you work to complete this, we encourage you to talk about your course selections with parents and guardians. Picking classes is a big deal, and it's nice to process your choices with somebody. Also, during this week, we expect you to research the classes that you're interested in. All the information you will need is literally at your fingertips. Just click the hyperlinks within the registration rough draft to read the course descriptions. Talk to your teachers. They're so awesome, and they can help answer any questions that you have and encourage you to take certain classes. And last, but certainly not least, join us for Counselor Cart. If you have any questions, find us at lunch. You can also email us, but please be patient, as we're meeting with every student on campus in the coming weeks to get all of your course selections finalized. Please do not wait until the last minute. If you wait until the last minute to get this done, you may not be able to get the help that you need. The registration rough draft, which I will walk you through momentarily, must be done by the date counselors are in your classroom next week. Be prepared so you get the classes that you want for your sophomore year. You will use this worksheet when you meet with your counselor to lock in your final course choices. If you did not meet this deadline, counselors will be picking classes for you, and that means you'll be placed wherever there's room, so probably not a class that you want. This presentation and all supplemental material will be posted in your counselor class of Google Classroom, so feel free to watch it again and again and again. It may be helpful to take some notes too. As you see on the screen after my presentation, your registration rough draft will be posted in your class of Google Classroom. Here is what it looks like. Let me walk you through it first so you have a better understanding of what to expect and what you need to do. At the top, future sophomores. There's a box for you to type in your future plans. Maybe you have a specific career goal in mind or even a specific college you want to go to. Let us know. Are you planning on going into the military? What branch? Don't have a clue what you want to do? We want to know that too. Counselors will use the information that you provide here to help you, so please fill it in. At the top in purple, you see a timeline. We want you to take the classes that you're interested in and that you need for graduation. So make sure to meet the deadline specified here. Otherwise, you do not get a say in the classes that you want. If you click on this hyperlink, it brings you to the schedule of whose class we're in on what day, but your teachers will also help remind you so you understand when we're coming, when this rough draft needs to be completed by. I've also included some helpful links for you, like Google Class Code, course description book, counselor card availability. And then scrolling down, a quick reminder. As you pick classes, pick them for you. Do not pick classes because your friend did. Do not pick classes based on who teaches it, because that changes from year to year. We build our school schedule based on your requests. Changes made after this semester are not guaranteed, so choose wisely. Let's get started. On this form, start with number 1. Highlight the English class that you want to take next year. If you're in regular English and you want to stick with that, go ahead and select English 2. Maybe you're in regular English, but you feel ready to challenge yourself with honors. Go ahead and select Honors English and talk to that English teacher while you're at it. See what they recommend. If you're in Honors this year, you have the option to stay in Honors or take regular English too. Each course is hyperlinked. So click on it to make an informed decision and learn what each class is about. On this form, you'll just highlight your selection. So I am choosing to take English 2. Next, we move on to the social science category. Remember, you need 3 social science credits to graduate. Here, you can highlight whether you want to take regular world history or really challenge yourself by taking AP World History. AP means Advanced Placement. This is a college-level course that requires extra reading and time spent working on homework and projects outside of the school day. At the end of the year, students take the AP test for their AP class and could potentially earn college credits depending on their score. AP is no joke. If you have specific questions about that, please talk to your English teacher and they can help guide you. Again, just highlight the course that you're selecting. I'm going to highlight regular world history. Look at the table posted here to understand what your next math course is. Then highlight it on the document. You can also click on the Math Pathways link for an idea of the classes that you'll take throughout high school. Don't forget to click on the course title if you want a description of the class. If you had Algebra 1 in 9th grade, it shows that you will take geometry in 10th grade. If you took Honors Algebra 1, your next class is Honors Geometry. But again, if you want to go from regular to honors or honors to regular, that's perfectly fine. I suggest you talk to your math teacher. After you've done your research and spoken to your parents or guardians, highlight the math course that you are choosing. Section 4 is science. Okay. Same thing here. Look at the table to know your course options or click on the pathways to help you pick your next science class. Use the links to understand what the classes are all about. Then highlight your choice. All right, easy enough so far. Here's where it gets a little tricky. Section 5, everybody's favorite, the electives. As 10th graders, you just chose your 4 core classes: English, Social Studies, Math, and Science. Now you get to take 2 credits of electives. All of our classes in this section are either year-long or paired up to make 2 half credits a year. Pay close attention to the top of this page. If you see a star next to a class, that means that this class has a prerequisite, a class that you have to take before you're eligible to choose the next class. An easy example is sports medicine. The prerequisite for sports medicine 2 is sports medicine 1. You can't take sports medicine 2 if you've not taken the level 1 course. Our art classes are another example. Everyone has to take fundamentals of art before they can move into the more specific art classes like drawing and painting or sculpture and ceramics. So be mindful of the little prerequisite star as you select your classes. If you see the star, click on the hyperlink so you can find out what the prerequisite is. Page 3 of your registration rough draft is all of the electives that we offer in 10th grade. If you want to know what a class is about, just click on the class and a description will pop up. You're going to highlight your top 2 credits of electives on this page. For example, I'm currently taking Spanish 1, so I need to sign up for Spanish 2 in order to meet my university and graduation requirements. If you are in Spanish, your teachers and counselors strongly recommend that you sign up for the second year and complete those classes back to back. If you take a year or 2 off from your foreign language, you will struggle in that next level class. Spanish 2 is 1 credit, so I'm going to highlight that. Oops. I still need to choose another 1.0 credit of electives. I'm in my CTE Level 1 class, which is Sports Medicine 1, and I want to get more hands-on experience and use what I learned in that Level 1 class, so I'm definitely going to sign up for Sports Medicine 2. We strongly encourage you to sign up for a Level 2 class if you are in a current CTE Level 1 class. Talk to your teachers if you have questions about what their class entails. They should be promoting them as well. Those are my top 2 elective choices: 1 credit of Spanish plus 1 credit of sports medicine 2. Again, use this week to read the course descriptions of these classes. Be mindful of the credits that you need for graduation and talk to your teachers for advice. Okay, last page, I promise. Sometimes we can't get you your top choices of electives, so we will go to a list of alternates that you provide. If you look at number 6, it says alternate courses. So for example, if sports medicine 2 doesn't work with the rest of my schedule, here's a list of other classes that I would be okay with taking. Please provide 8 classes. Just make sure to write down the course ID and the course title from section 5 up above. So if I can't get into sports med 2, I'm okay with taking the world religions and psychology class. If you do not select any alternative classes, we pick for you, and you usually get placed somewhere that you don't want to be. So list alternate classes that interest you and that you would be okay with taking. Use the previous page to look up those alternate course descriptions, but be sure to write those selections in the box under the number 6. Do not highlight your alternates. The highlighted electives are your top 2 choices. We plug those in first. All right. That's it. That's a walkthrough of the registration rough draft. After this presentation, you will find your copy in your counselor Google Classroom. When you complete it, go ahead and hit the Turn It In button, just like you do for your regular classes. Here's some quick tips and reminders. As you work on your registration rough draft this week, click the hyperlinks to gain a better understanding of what each class is about. Still have questions? We hope to see you at Counselor Cart. And definitely ask your teachers. Also, feel free to email us, but again, please be mindful that our availability is kind of limited right now. Now, you need to log into your class of Google Classroom. Access the assignment posted today by Mrs. Goodall. Confirm with your teacher what day next week counselors will be in your class. Your registration must be complete, alternates and all, by that day. And then follow the step-by-step instructions on your registration rough draft and complete this document for next week. Thank you so much for your attention.